Oh, hello. I'm just rushing out. I've got to take our Henry his dinner. Oh, he forgot it, didn't he, silly sod? He left the house at 10 to 6 this morning and he forgot it. I'd send our Emma with it, but she's not well, poor love, and our Lily's just too young to be running errands, so it falls down to me like everything else. Well, it's a full-time job, you know, mine, not his. Oh, I mean, he puts the hours in and it's hard graft, but when he gets home at 6 o'clock, that's it for him, but not for me. No, I've still got to make the dinner and then put the bairns to bed and clear up and then make his dinner for tomorrow. And our eldest lads, well, they're working full-time and all, so they're no use, so it's down to me, like I say. He works at the quarry, the one along the foreshore, Hearfield's quarry. That's right. Same family as own the mill nearby, and this street and all. Aye, they own me house and me husband. Well, no, they don't technically own him because he's self-employed. It's cheap labour, you see, so they can let him go just like that, you know, any time they please. So he has to keep his head down, his nose clean, and his hands on the pickaxe. But keeping his nose clean with all that chalk dust flying everywhere, it's not easy. Oh, it's really nasty stuff, you know, it gets in your throat and all, which is why he's going to be gagging for his tea, so I've got to go. And I've got to take all this lot to the laundry and all. You're not going that way, are you? Well, you couldn't come in and hand with this basket, could you? Because I'm worried about dropping his tea. Thanks, love. Well, it's just this way. We'd best be off then. Thanks. It's the steam laundry, you know, the one on Hessle Common next to the Whiting Mill. Not the one on the foreshore, it's the steam mill on the Common. Yeah, we all go there from our street. They have these big vats of steaming hot water, and you just hand over your washing and you pick it up again later in the week, fresh as daisies. All the quarry lads' wives go there because the tight sods who own the quarry, they don't provide overalls. They don't provide now, not even tools. So he comes home every night covered in chalk and God knows what else if they've been using dynamite. Yeah, I know, dynamite. It's, don't. They use it sometimes to dislodge the chalk from the cliffs. And sometimes you can hear the explosions from here if the wind's blowing in the right direction. But dangerous, don't get me started. It's a good job I've got so much to do. Otherwise I'd just be fretting all day, so it's just as well. And if I'm not worrying about him getting blown up or falling off the cliff, I'm worried about him getting laid off and us ending up in the workhouse. Well, it could happen, you know. It could. A few years back, when was it? 93, there was a strike because the men wanted a pay rise. They were only getting £1 a week, you see. So they got themselves organised, didn't they? And they joined the union of gas workers and general labourers, and they got them a rise of 3 shillings a week. Oh, but the Hearfields, they didn't like that. Not one bit. You know what they did? Well, first of all, they brought in sanctions against all the men in the union, and it was it caused problems for the rights, for the pay, for the safety. So about 60 of them, they walked out on strike. And you know what the Hearfields did? Well, they brought in scab workers, didn't they? It caused so much trouble, so the scabs had to be escorted by the police to work every day. And so Henry and all his men, they followed him in every day to the quarry, shouting and jeering. Well, eventually, they just got told, you go back to work or you lose your job. Well, that was it. We've got 7 kids to feed, so back to work for him. And he lost the extra pay and all. He'll be here soon. He knows I'll be bringing his dinner for him. He must be starving, poor sod. It's just the usual bread and cheese and a can of tea. I hope he's had some water. He'll be parched with all that dust. It's so medieval here. I mean it. Look at it. It's medieval. It's so dangerous. There was a young lad got killed recently. He fell from the chalk cliff into the pit. But then my neighbour says, there's every month a dozen get killed and up to 100 injured, you know, in quarries all around the country. And they have the cheek to sit up there and treat them the way they do. With their house built on chalk. I don't mean literally, as in actually built on chalk. Although, well, come to think of it, it probably is. There's a lot of it about round here. But I mean, you know, the money, their house, It all comes from chalk, from that quarry. You'd be surprised what they do with it. They turn the chalk into something called whiting down at mill. And then they put it into detergents and cleaning products to whiten clothes. It's funny, really. I washed the chalk out of his clothes with more chalk. Oh, there he is. Henry! Henry! I've got your dinner. I've got your dinner, love.